During ACR 2021, there were two studies which were very interesting in advanced melanoma patients using innovative therapeutic strategies in immunotherapy. The first one used a B-specific protein, tebentafusp, in a randomized phase 3 trial in metastatic uveal melanoma patients. And the second one was the update of the study with lifileucel, which is an autologous tumor infiltrating lymphocyte therapy in patients with advanced unresectable metastatic skin melanoma. During ACR 2021, Dr. Hassel presented the results of a randomized phase 3 trial in first-line metastatic uveal melanoma patients, comparing tebentafusp versus investigator choice. Tebentafusp is a B-specific protein, an artificial TCR capable of detecting GP100, which is the target antigen present in melanocytes, presented by HLA-A201, and binding to CD3 positive T cells to redirect these T cells to the GP100 positive cells. Uveal melanoma is a rare melanoma. Half of the patient will develop metastases within the 2-3 years after the treatment of the primary. 90% of the metastases occur in the liver at the first site, and the median overall survival in the metastatic setting is 1 year in the absence of standard of care. In this randomized trial, 378 patients were randomized 2-to-1 to receive either tebentafusp or investigating choice, with a median follow-up of 14 months. There were a benefit in the primary endpoint, which is the overall survival, with a 1 year overall survival of 73% versus 58% in favor of tebentafusp, with a hazard ratio of 0.51. Regarding prognostic factors, LDH, size of the largest metastases, or performance status, there was a clear benefit in all subgroups of patients. Interestingly, there were a small and non-significant benefit in PFS or overall response rate that was observed, and for that, a landmark analysis for overall survival in progressive patients alive at day 100 was performed, showing that the overall survival was better in progressive patients treated with tebentafusp versus investigating choice. In terms of safety, we observed 45% of grade 3-4 AEs related to the mechanism of action of the drug, either cytokine mediated with the cytokine release syndrome in 89% of the patients, mild in the majority of them. Only 2 patients had a grade 3 CRS, or skin-related AEs in terms of rash, dry, and itchy skin due to the expression of GP100 in the melanocytes of the skin. All these AEs occurred in the first 3-4 weeks of the treatment, with the frequency and severity rapidly decreasing over time. In conclusion, tebentafusp is the first investigational therapy to improve overall survival in patients with metastatic uveal melanoma. These results are practice-changing results in such a rare tumors. Moreover, this is the first TCR therapeutic to demonstrate an overall survival benefit. This will open the field of ImmTACs with other peptides to be developed in other solid tumors. During ACR 2021, Dr. Cini presented an update of the study presented already at ASCO last year, with a follow-up of 28 months in 66 advanced melanoma patients who have progressed on or after checkpoint inhibitors and targeted therapies, and who were treated with lifileucel, which is an adoptive cell therapy using TILs. In that study, patients were characterized by a high tumor burden and received a median number of 3 prior lines of treatment. The overall response rate by investigator was 36%, with 3 complete response and 21 partial response. One patient converted from a PR to CR at 24 months after lifileucel therapy. The median duration of response is still not reached at a median follow-up of 28 months. There were no new safety risks identified for lifileucel during the long-term follow-up. The exploratory analysis, including levels of phenotypic markers of T-cell lineage, memory subsets, or trafficking, did not demonstrate any association with response. So to conclude, these results are very promising using autologous TIL therapy in advanced unresectable or metastatic melanoma patients with a high baseline disease burden and who progressed on multiple prior therapies, including anti-PD-1 or BRAF/MEK inhibitors.